What's up, YouTube? Mugiwara no Angel here, and today we are reviewing chapter 1120 One Piece Leaks. These are just the brief spoilers, so we're just gonna get a feel for how the chapter's going. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the first point, okay? The first point, we get the chapter cover, of course. Dendro captures the kids that were throwing rocks at Yamato. So, if you remember last chapter, the cover page was kids throwing rocks at Yamato, which makes sense. They see the horns that Kaido had. They assume, hey, Kaido was bad. He enslaved us for 20 years, made us suffer, made us starve. We couldn't really do anything, you know? So you can't really blame the kids for not liking Yamato after what her father did, or his father did to the whole country. So Dendro captures the kids. I'm pretty sure he's just probably gonna just give them a lesson, be like, hey, look, she was a big part. Like, they're just ignorant kids. Ain't nothing really bad gonna happen to them. But I am excited to see where this cover page goes because it's taken a little bit to build up, you know. We started off, we had like what, 5 6 chapters just in the beginning before she even set out on her journey. So it seems like Oda's taking his time, letting it cook, letting it build up, and we can see where it goes from here with the cover story. I'm hoping we get some more stuff with the Beast Pirates, whether we see King or Queen again, or the Toby Ropo, because they've been nowhere to be found, because we didn't even see them when Admiral Green Bull came. We didn't see any of the Toby Ropo. We only saw King, Queen, and a couple of fodder pirates. But with that being done, let's go ahead and get on to the actual first point. All right, there we go. We're back. All right, let's go ahead and get on to the second point now. Okay. So Vegapunk in a flashback with Clover and Punk Hazard. Clover goes ahead and lets Vegapunk know that he bears the will of D. The implications of this, I don't really know where it's gonna go as of right now. It kind of makes sense, He was researching the Void Century. He was trying to figure out what was going on, so it would make sense that Clover has the will of D. Of course, it makes sense. All right, let's go ahead. And another thing, because we've been getting a lot of Ohara callbacks with this arc, so this just adds into that whole Ohara thing with Robin and everything. So let's see where that goes and it develops. So Clover actually has been getting a lot of screen time in this arc, considering the last time we saw Clover was 400 or 500 chapters ago back in Ennis Lobby. So getting some more lore on him, it never hurts. With the next point, we got back to the present day. Atlas arrives at the Sunny and confronts Nasujiro to let the Sunny escape. So this is big. They finally get away. We've been trying to figure out who's gonna stall out the Gorosei and let our main cast escape. If I remember correctly, Nasujiro was fighting Zoro. So I'm intrigued and see how this happens. Later on in the video, there's another point that explains pretty much which one was it. I believe it was the last point. So we'll bring it up right now actually, since it involves this with Atlas going ahead and helping out. So let's go ahead and bring that one up. Atlas grabs Nasujiro, flies away with her jetpack, and detonates herself to buy time for the Straw Hats, which makes sense because trying to figure out how is she gonna stall out the Gorosei. There's no actual way for her to sit there and stall the Gorosei. So it makes sense for her that she got one shot by Lucci's hybrid form. She's not taking a hit from the Gorosei. So the only way she could actually hurt the Gorosei was to self-destruct and create a big explosion. But now with that being said, Atlas is kind of dead. It looked like Atlas is kicking the bucket. So the only Vegapunk we got left on our side is Lilith. York is with the Gorosei doing whatever, but it's so crazy to think about. The only thing left from Vegapunk is greed and evil. It's just the bad stuff of Vegapunk left. There's no more of his good side, his good nature. We're only getting evil and greed. We also at the end, Vegapunk, I'm guessing that meant he means has right here. One more part of the message. So who knows if we're actually gonna get that part or if it's gonna get cut off, because you'll see later in the video that Emeth is going through some struggles right now. But let's go ahead and bring up the next point. The other elders attack. This is what I was just talking about. The other elders attack Emeth to stop the broadcast and destroys one of his arms. And I'm intrigued because there's probably what, 2 or 3 Gorsei's by Emeth. I know you got Warcurry where he just broke that bro's tusk off. So I think Warcurry just came to get his lick back. To be honest, I think Warcurry wasn't having it. He said, "Yeah, you wanna break my tusk? I got something for you, boy. You're not like us." Kendrick reference, just for y'all know. But you know, so Uh attacks to stop the. So I wonder if the broadcast is still going or how much longer MF can actually hold up. Because as the last point just said, Vegapunk only has one more part of this message, and I don't know what it can be, but I am wondering if we're actually gonna get that point out because it looks like MF is he's going through it right now, bro. Bro's struggling. So hopefully he can hold strong, and hopefully we don't get blue balled again like Oda did with the previous points and missing out on who he is and all that. So I hope we actually get more. If not, it's all good. We gotten a little bit from this. I can't be too mad. Let's go ahead and move on to the next point. Emmett says the time is right, so he will use that. And I take this as he's talking about Joy Boy. What I want to know is I'm trying to figure out if he knows that if this actually isn't the Joy Boy that he knew 800 years ago. I wonder if he actually knows that, or if he thinks that this is the actual Joy Boy, or if he knows that it's a second Joy Boy, or if they even had this conversation. If Joy Boy had a conversation with him, and hey, I might fail, but there's gonna be another one of me coming through, and he's gonna come through and save the city. I don't know what Ms think is going on. I don't know if he knows that it's not Joy Boy, if it's Luffy, and if he does know that it is Luffy, saying the timer is right, so he would use that. I wonder what Luffy gonna pull out. He might know something that we don't. Well, obviously he does, but I'm just trying to figure out if he knows it's Luffy and he thinks Luffy's about to pull out some crazy thing, or if he's still thinking that this is the original Joy Boy from 800 years ago. Because if you remember in the previous chapters, he kept saying, "I'm sorry, Joy Boy," this and that. So I don't know if he knows that Joy Boy died 800 years ago. Kind of, but who knows? I'm intrigued to see what will happen with this particular plot point. Who knows? We'll see. I'm hoping we see it. We see it next chapter. Next point. At the end of the chapter, Vegapunk says Gold D. Roger and his crew were the only ones that know the true history of the world, which is it's like the second or third time we've heard this. He's for some reason he is harping on the fact that Goldie Roger and his crew knew what happened with the world, but they didn't take action. So I wonder if he knows anything about the prophecy with Joy Boy and how he was supposed to like I wonder if he knows that just Roger was too early to simply do anything. I wonder if he's mad that Roger didn't tell this secret to anybody in the world and just kind of let everything happen. Which I can understand because if you're Vegapunk and you're kind of getting you don't have the full picture like Roger had, right? You got bits and pieces. You're able to put together a story, but you're not 100% sure if this is the full true story. You don't know who's right, you don't know who's wrong. But what you do know is Roger and his crew knows all this information. You know that they have the full picture that you're trying to piece together. So you're probably, I don't know, I'd be a little mad that knowing what I know, that he doesn't come out and expose the world government. But at the same time, Vegapunk, why aren't you exposing the world government? Because you're over here having this whole broadcast, but you have yet to say the world government is bad. The Gorosei are trying to kill me. You're making it seem like it's like, now if I'm a regular person in this One Piece world, right? I'm gonna think last thing I heard was Luffy was held up on Egghead Island, barricaded with Vegapunk holding him hostage. And now Vegapunk is dead. If I put two and two together, I'm gonna think it's Luffy and not the world government. So this whole like Vegapunk, yeah, he's saying all this stuff, but he really ain't saying nothing. The whole world is still like, the world government is good. Luffy's bad. Luffy must have been the one who killed Vegapunk, and he must be the person that Vegapunk is talking about. Like that. That's the good. Like, it's just that's what if I were in the One Piece world, that's how I would interpret it. Being an ignorant One Piece citizen that has all the faith in the world government, which I shouldn't have because they're assholes nonetheless. But let's go ahead and get on to the next point, okay? People were surprised to know the D was in Roger's name, which is we knew the D wasn't no Diddy was in Roger's was in Roger's name beforehand. You feel me? But the people of the world just thought his name was Gold Roger. So I wonder if this is gonna get any of their heads spinning or anything. But I doubt it. A lot of people they have no idea what the D means. Like we don't even know what the D means. They don't know what the D means. So I don't think this really does anything for the world. And honestly, it doesn't do anything for us as readers because we've been knew it was Goldie Roger. So I wonder what the whole point of this is, but we'll see. Next point. Atlas knocked out Lilith, so York can't detect her. So I actually have a good amount of questions about this. So does if you're like unconscious, are you not able to be detected by whatever they use to detect each other? Because I don't understand. Why would her going to sleep prevent York from being able to detect her? But who knows? Maybe we'll get more of an explanation of this in the chapter. I really hope so. But it does have. Oh, almost forgot to say something about a previous point. I'm sorry, guys. But we'll go on with this now. Go back to it. So yeah, I'm just kind of curious where this all leads. But back to what I was gonna say, where this is actually big right here. Atlas grabbing Nasajuro and like damaging him with a self destruct. It's actually really big because, as we've seen before, it does take time for the Gorosei to actually regenerate limbs. So there's a good chance that Nasujuro is just out for the rest of the arc. We don't know how big this explosion is, and we don't know how much damage it actually caused to him or how much of his body got blown off. But what we do know is it will take some time for him to regenerate. He's not just gonna boom, just snap and he's back. As we've seen before, it normally takes panels and a couple pages sometimes for some of these Gorosei to get their full bodies back. So I am intrigued to see if he's gonna be back in the arc, if he's gone. I wonder what's gonna happen. Hopefully our Straw Hats can just get away and we can start sailing towards Elbaf because that's what I'm ready to see. I'm ready. I'm kind of ready to move on from Egghead, even though it's been a great arc. But I think it's time to wrap it up and go to these giants, boy. I'm really ready to see that Elbaf lore, man. See Jaguar Esau and Robin's reunion. Hopefully Usopp gets a big power up. We said the same thing about Frankie this arc. I hope he can get something for Usopp next arc. Frankie ain't really do much, but hey, for right now, that is the end of the brief spoilers for this chapter. 1 second. That's the end of the brief spoilers for this chapter. So if you guys enjoyed, please hit the like. Oh, no break next week, by the way. So we will. The full spoilers are supposed to drop tomorrow. If I get out of work in time, I will make a video on it. That's the plan. And I will. The plan is to also do a chapter review this week. So that's the plan. There's no break next week, so I will be back next week with the brief spoilers as well as full spoilers and hopefully another chapter review. If you guys enjoyed, this is Mugiwara no Angel. If you can go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, it'd be greatly appreciated. I'm really trying to jump out in this One Piece YouTube scene. I love One Piece. I've been watching it for years. After I caught up on the anime, I had to catch up on the manga. Like, I'm a big One Piece guy, man. Look, time out. What? Yeah, y'all think I'm playing, bro? Y'all think y'all think I'm playing, bro? Y'all think I'm playing, bro? Where my keys at, man? Y'all think I'm y'all think I'm playing, bro? One Piece. One Piece. You see that's on my AirPods, bro. I got the book right here too, bro. I love One Piece. I wanted a One Piece shirt. I got another shirt in my closet right over there. This is my stuff. So if you guys can really support somebody who really likes One Piece and wants to bring you guys some One Piece content, please leave a like button. Please subscribe. I'm really gonna try. I know the camera quality ain't the greatest, but it's what I got, man. I'm trying to do this for real. I love y'all, man. Y'all take care. Mugiwara no Angel signing out.